4 years ago, I was talking to my mother on the telephone when she stopped speaking mid-sentence. Her heart had stopped and she had passed away. In spite of efforts to revive her, she was gone. Because of years on dialysis and lack of a donor kidney, my father lost his companion. 6 children and 21 grandchildren lost their mother and grandmother. Having had a kidney transplant may have saved her life. An analysis of organ donation policy in the United States notes that the public is without a clear understanding of basic points of organ donation, such as the extreme need. By listening, learning, and taking action today, you can make sure that situations like my family's don't happen over and over again. By signing up as an organ donor, you can become a superhero. Now, I've always been supportive of organ donation, but I had not taken the steps to sign up and register as an organ donor. Now, more Americans should sign up and should register as organ donors to help the thousands of people in the United States waiting on transplant lists. The medical need is significant, and there's a shortage of donors in the United States. OrganDonor.gov is an official United States government website that tracks organ donor statistics, and the following details are from their website. As of last July, there were 113,000 Americans on the organ transplant waiting list, and 1 new patient is added every 10 minutes of every hour, of every day, of every week, of every year. And every day, 20 of those people from the list end their wait with their death. As of 2019, 95% of Americans said they supported organ donation, but 95% of Americans were not signing up as organ donors. The number did reach over 50%, but that still doesn't reach half of the current need. It lags far, far behind what it needs to be. And OrganDonor.gov makes the point that for every 1,000 people who pass away, only 3 of them die in a manner that allows for them to become organ donors. What if none of those 3 people are registered organ donors? Are you a registered organ donor? Why not? If you're like me, I wanted to become a donor, but I didn't know exactly how to do it, and I still believed some of the myths that surround organ donation. And this is very common, as stated in the British Journal of Health and Psychology. Quote, although the general public reports an awareness of the organ donation shortage, studies have shown pervasive gaps in knowledge or misunderstanding surrounding organ donation. So let's look at and dispel some of these misunderstandings and myths. One that a lot of people cling to is they believe that there are religious bans on organ donation. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I knew that my religion didn't ban organ donation, but for some reason I thought it was discouraged. I should have known better and gone to an official source. So, Handbook 2, a policy and procedural guide for lay clergy, states that the donation of organs and tissues is a selfless act that often results in great benefit to individuals with medical conditions. The decision to donate is made by the individual or the deceased member's family. Handbook 2, Section 21.3.7. Other faiths such as Judaism, Catholicism, Islam, evangelicals, and Protestants all support those who choose to become organ donors and recognize the good that comes from such a selfless and altruistic act. Some people also mistakenly believe that they're too unhealthy or sick to become an organ donor. The American Transplant Foundation still encourages those with chronic conditions, even those who have had cancer, to register as an organ donor. Each donor has the potential to save 8 lives and help 50 other people. This brings us to one of the biggest myths about organ donation, dubbed by one study as the ick factor. Many people are worried about the condition of their body after donation. And a better term for this would be bodily integrity, according to Mythbusting and Organ Donation. According to organdonor.gov, through the entire donations process, the body is treated with care, respect, and dignity. And I have a brother-in-law who is a mortician, and he says that open casket funerals are not rare after organ donation, they are the norm. Generally, clothing covers the donation site, and if it's necessary, some reconstruction can be done. Cost and worry for their loved ones left behind is another unnecessary myth and worry about organ donation. There are no costs for the donor or their family. Organ donation and transplantation implications for social work states that without prior consent, the family is expected to make the hardest decision at a time when it is grieving. And family perspectives on deceased organ donation lists a benefit from donation. Donation was seen as a powerful diversion from grief and provided relief, tranquility, and a sense of purpose. And especially for these family members who thought that a part of their loved one lived on in some way. In summary, we see that there is a dire need for organ donation in the United States. Current donor levels fall far short of the need, and because of a lack of information and myths, many people don't actually take the necessary steps to become donors. 2 simple steps can help alleviate donor shortages and unnecessary family distress. First, go to organdonor.gov, select your state, and register as an organ donor. It takes less than 2 minutes. Second, please share your wishes with your family members. According to Organ Donation and Transplantation, this is a necessary step that's often missed by prospective donors, leaving a hard burden on their family at a difficult time. In conclusion, it used to be that not everyone could be a superhero in real life. Now everyone can be a hero in death. Go, take 2 minutes, and sign up as an organ donor. Be someone's hero. I wish I had a hero to thank. Instead, I have a grave to visit.